Study with Artemis, Inc. podcast. This information was produced with the assistance of AI-generated content. Overview of Ancient Egyptian Religion, Hierarchy and the God-King Relationship. Introduction. Welcome to this exploration of ancient Egyptian religion, a fascinating and complex system that shaped one of the most enduring civilizations in history. Unlike many modern religions, ancient Egyptian beliefs were deeply intertwined with every aspect of daily life, from the rhythms of the Nile to the very structure of their society. At its heart, this religion was polytheistic, featuring a vast pantheon of gods and goddesses, each embodying different natural forces, abstract concepts, or aspects of human existence. Today, we'll delve into the intricate hierarchy of this divine world and, more importantly, examine the unique and pivotal relationship between the gods and the earthly ruler, the pharaoh, who was considered a living god. The creation mythology, from chaos to cosmos. Ancient Egyptian creation myths, while varied by region and cult, generally shared a common theme: the emergence of order from a primordial watery chaos. The most prominent of these narratives centers around the Nun, the boundless, dark, and inert waters that existed before anything else. From this chaotic expanse, the first god, Adam, emerged on a primeval mound, the Benben stone, symbolizing the first dry land. Adam, a self-created being, then brought forth the first pair of deities through an act of masturbation or spitting: Shu, the god of air, and Tefnut, the goddess of moisture. This act represented the separation of the elements and the beginning of the structured cosmos. Shu and Tefnut, in turn, gave birth to Geb, the earth god, and Nut, the sky goddess. Initially intertwined, they were separated by their father, Shu, creating the space for the world to exist. From the union of Geb and Nut came the foundational generation of gods: Osiris, Isis, Set, and Nephthys. These 9 deities, along with Adam, Shu, and Tefnut, formed the Ennead of Heliopolis, one of the most influential theological groups. Another significant creation myth, particularly from Memphis, centered on Ptah, the patron god of craftsmen. In this version, Ptah created the world not through physical generation but through thought and speech. By conceiving the world in his mind and then speaking its names, he brought everything into existence, including the other gods. This intellectual creation emphasized the power of divine intellect and the spoken word. These creation stories provided a cosmic blueprint for the Egyptians, explaining the origins of the universe, the gods, and the fundamental principles of order that governed their world. They reinforced the idea that life emerged from chaos and that divine intervention was necessary to maintain that order. The divine hierarchy, a pantheon of power. The Egyptian pantheon was extensive, with deities often having multiple forms, local cults, and evolving roles over millennia. While there wasn't a rigid, universally accepted, top-down chart like a corporate structure, certain gods held supreme importance. At the apex was Ra, the sun god, often considered the creator and sustainer of life, whose daily journey across the sky symbolized renewal and order, Ma. Other prominent creator gods like Adam and Ptah also held immense sway, particularly in their respective cult centers. Below these primeval deities were powerful figures such as Osiris, god of the underworld, rebirth, and the annual flooding of the Nile, crucial for agriculture. His consort, Isis, was revered as the divine mother, goddess of magic, healing, and protector of kings. Their son, Horus, often depicted as a falcon or falcon-headed man, was the god of kingship and the sky, directly linked to the living pharaoh. Other significant gods included Thoth, god of wisdom, writing, and the moon; Anubis, guide of the dead and embalmer; Hathor, goddess of love, joy, music, and motherhood; and Sekhmet, the fierce lioness goddess of war and healing. Many gods had animalistic forms or attributes, reflecting their connection to the natural world and their specific powers. This vast array of deities ensured that nearly every facet of the cosmos and human experience had a divine patron. The God-King relationship, Pharaoh as living deity. Perhaps the most distinctive and crucial aspect of ancient Egyptian religion was the role of the pharaoh. The pharaoh was not merely a ruler chosen by the gods, nor simply a high priest. he was considered a living god, the embodiment of Horus on earth. Upon his death, he would transform into Osiris, joining the realm of the ancestors and ensuring the continuation of the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. This divine status was foundational to the pharaoh's authority and the stability of the Egyptian state. As a living god, the pharaoh was the essential intermediary between the human and divine realms. He was responsible for maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order, truth, and justice. This involved performing daily rituals in temples, ensuring the proper worship of the gods, and overseeing the construction of monumental temples and tombs. His actions directly influenced the prosperity of Egypt, from the annual inundation of the Nile to the success of harvests and the defense of the kingdom. The pharaoh's divine nature legitimized his absolute power. He owned all the land, commanded the army, and was the supreme judge. His decrees were seen as divine commands. The elaborate rituals surrounding his birth, coronation, and death reinforced this sacred status, ensuring the populace's devotion and obedience. Temples were often dedicated to the pharaoh alongside the gods, and his image was frequently depicted at the same scale as deities, participating in divine offerings. Implications of the god-king relationship. This unique god-king relationship had profound implications. It meant that political stability was intrinsically linked to religious belief. A strong, divinely recognized pharaoh ensured cosmic harmony. Conversely, a weak or illegitimate ruler could be perceived as disrupting Ma'at, leading to chaos and divine displeasure. The pharaoh's role as the chief priest meant that the vast temple complexes and their associated priesthoods operated under his ultimate authority. While powerful, the priests served to facilitate the pharaoh's divine duties, performing the daily rites that he, as the living god, theoretically performed for the benefit of all Egypt. The monumental architecture of Egypt, the pyramids, temples, and elaborate tombs, stands as a testament to this belief. They were not merely engineering marvels but physical manifestations of the pharaoh's divine power, his eternal journey, and his role in securing the afterlife for himself and, by extension, for his people. Conclusion. In conclusion, ancient Egyptian religion was a rich tapestry of gods, myths, and rituals, but its defining characteristic was the central role of the pharaoh as a living god. This unique relationship between the divine and the earthly ruler provided the bedrock for Egyptian society, ensuring cosmic order, political stability, and a profound sense of purpose for its people. The legacy of this intricate belief system continues to captivate and enlighten us about one of humanity's most remarkable civilizations. References: Alan J. Gee, 2000. Middle Egyptian, An Introduction to the Language and Culture of Hieroglyphs. Cambridge University Press. Frankfurt, H. 1948. Kingship and the Gods. A Study of Ancient Near Eastern Religion as the Integration of Society and Nature. University of Chicago Press. Hart, G. 2005. The Routledge Dictionary of Egyptian Gods and Goddesses. Routledge. Wilkinson, R. H. 2003. The Complete Gods and Goddesses of Ancient Egypt. Thames and Hudson. Copyright 2025.